That's his name, Edgivaldo.
Moises and Esperanza Vaca are siblings. Both of their parents are immigrants. Their mother is from Ecuador, their father is from Honduras, and Miami is their home. But they don't exactly agree with the U.S. Supreme Court's latest ruling, which struck down affirmative action programs at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, saying that race can't be considered in the admissions process. Affirmative action was a factor used in the college admissions process to achieve diverse student bodies to combat against discrimination on American campuses.
Put it in his nose and then he will turn.
Moises is 16, a junior in high school with a good grade point average and a healthy dose of ambition. He wants to become a pathologist. Despite being a minority, Moises agrees with the ending of affirmative action.
I'm Latino, but I kind of do feel that it like a little bit less prejudice, that they don't look at my race but look at me as a person. They look at my grades, they look at my achievements, my person, instead of looking at the outside. They look at the inside, which is a lot better than like back then. They would obviously look at the race, the backgrounds and everything, but here they actually look at me as a person, opposed to like how they would just purely base things off race or ethnicity.
His sister Esperanza is 18 and has already started college at a private institution in South Florida.
You want the colleges to know you, to know your personality, who you are, not your race. But I feel like sometimes your race will benefit you and will help you in some way in college. Sometimes they are, because sometimes you don't know the person that you get or the counselor you get. You don't know if they're racist or if they don't like your race, or if you can do nothing wrong but they don't like you. I do feel like sometimes we have a disadvantage.
Others, like Devon Bradley, who benefited from affirmative action policies, fear inclusion and diversity in higher education will suffer in the long run.
I'm very concerned about the 14-year-olds, the 15-year-olds who are currently sitting at home watching this, concerned about if they will be able to change their lives. The ladder is constantly being pulled up from them, the mark of success being pushed farther away. So I'm very concerned about the morale that is going to have on our minority youth.
Aiming to level the playing field for students, a civil rights organization recently filed another lawsuit against Harvard University for giving preferential treatment to students of wealthy donors and alumni, referred to as legacy admissions. So what's your reaction to this new lawsuit against Harvard for legacy admissions?
Maybe their parent, as someone who was white, actually did work very hard to enter the school and establish himself as someone that went to Harvard, and it shouldn't be easier for their kid. Their kid should also work as hard, should also establish themselves as someone who is hardworking as their parents and shouldn't just be handed everything.
According to the Supreme Court's ruling, higher education institutions could still consider race's impact on an applicant's life if tied to a unique ability or characteristic. Florida, California, and 7 other states already bar affirmative action in university admissions.
The United States have made some changes, very proud of that, but some of the changes, they don't really make sense. Like, everybody should have equal rights. It doesn't matter if you're gay, black, Hispanic, they should all have equal rights. Everybody's a person, everybody has a life, everybody's human. They should all deserve the same treatment that everybody gets.
Nitza Soledad Perez, CGTN, Miami.